Nothing has just announced its new mid-range device because it has a much more attractive price but maintains this essence of the brand with a super stylish design, very unique, and in this case, premiering a processor developed in collaboration by Nothing with MediaTek. We are talking about the new Nothing 2A, which has a very particular design. On the back, it looks like little eyes. In fact, all the marketing around this device integrates two circles with blinking to also simulate that they are eyes. This device integrates a 6.7-inch AMOLED display with full HD plus resolution, about 120 Hz in its refresh rate, and also has support for 10 plus HDR content. It is a very good screen, although it can go down only up to 30 Hz, unlike the flagship screens that can go down to 1 Hz. So maybe it won't be as efficient, but it seems to have good specs anyway. In fact, also something remarkable is that it has extremely thin bezels. In their presentation, they said they are thinner than the Nothing Phone 1. There are configurations of 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM and 128 or 256 gigabytes of storage. In the battery, we will find 5000 milliamps of capacity and a 45-watt charging support, but here comes the bad news because the charger is not included in the box. Although Nothing supports power delivery chargers, so you could use other chargers, even unofficial, but if they use this one on the back, both 50 megapixel, we were talking about the main and ultra wide, with apertures f1.88 and f2.2 respectively. In the case of the main camera, we find optical stabilization, and for selfies we have 32 megapixels, which is the same camera used in the Nothing Phone 1. The rear camera is capable of recording in 4K, but the front camera only records in full HD, and that is possibly one of its main limitations. Fortunately, it does have stereo sound and also comes with 2 microphones but no headphone jack. It comes with a fingerprint reader under the screen, supports 5G networks, Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3. It is also IP54 certified to resist splashes, but it is not waterproof, so that could be another barrier for those considering its purchase. However, the design is still quite attractive because it also features the glyph interface that Nothing's devices are known for. That is, on the back it has some LEDs that can light up in sync with your ringtones, or you can have one of those LEDs stay on constantly if you have an important notification, or also the bar that's curved can change depending on a timer or when you have the timer for your camera. So it can help you in several things, and in fact Nothing opened the API so that developers of other applications can take advantage of this interface. The operating system is Android 14 with Nothing OS 2.5 on it, which mainly adds several widgets and modifies the whole interface so that it still looks like the whole design line of this brand. In addition, you have been promised 3 years of software updates and 4 years of security patches. It is available in white, black, and a new color called Milk. The processor is the MediaTek Dimensity 7200 Pro, which is built on a 4-nanometer process by TSMC. So I think it's going to be considerably good, although you'd have to put it to the test and compare it to some other options to see where it ranks specifically. By the way, the display comes protected with Gorilla Glass 5, and now it's time to find out its price. The base version was announced at €329, although they also announced the official price in pounds, which is 319, and in rupees, which is 23,999. The edition with 256 gigabytes of storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM will only be distributed in India at a price of 25,999 rupees. While the edition with 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage also has a global price tag, which is $349, although unfortunately it has no official distribution in the United States, but you can buy it in a developer edition. That is, Nottingham is not 100% optimizing the networks of this device for use in the United States, but if someone wants to purchase it there, they can do so for that amount. In Europe, this model costs €379, 349 pounds, and the official price in India is 27,999 rupees.